Today we're going to review 3 teas to see which one is the best for my son and I. We have the GT, the Tanner Original, and the Tanner Heavy Duty. I love baseball! Alright guys, so the purpose of this video is to give you a review of the 3 teas here. These are probably the 3 most recommended teas that I heard about and the most highly reviewed teas. So I'll give you my perspective and what I liked about each tea, what I didn't like about each tea. My son is 3 and he needs a tea that can go lower, and I play tournament softball, U-Trip, ASA, so I need a tea that's a little bit higher. So I was trying to find a tea where we both could use it and we both can get enjoyment out of it rather than having, you know, one of those Kid Franklin teas and then a more high grade tea. So all 3 of these kind of fit what I was looking for, and I'll give you my review. So as I was looking for teas, a lot of the stuff that was important to me was hard to find online, or there was different information about what was really the dimensions and the description and the characteristics of each tea. So I'm going to do a review on what was important to me. I have a scale here because one of the important things was that I had a little bit of weight to it, that, you know, if my son or myself hit the tea, it wasn't going to topple over every time. So I have a scale here, I have a tape measure, so I'll tell you the dimensions, minimum, maximum height, what it weighs, and a couple things that I liked or disliked about the tea. So the first one is the Tanner Original. This one weighs 5.8 pounds. It has, they all pretty much have the same design. It's a flexible topper with 2 telescoping sections. So this one's 5.8 pounds. This one is $90 on Amazon. And the minimum height is 25 inches. And the maximum is 43. So this tea is really good. Just like all of them, they all have pretty much the same design, telescoping tea with a base that attaches to it. This one screws in. It's really easy to take apart and travel with. You know, you can throw this in a bag and it's good to go. So it's just a threaded tea, and you know, for $90, this is the cheapest of the 3, and this one does just fine it did fine for me. It goes high enough for like more of a softball pitch, and it goes low enough for my 3-year-old. There you go, perfect. There you go, take your time. There you go, last one, here you go. Nice, good one. Good job, buddy. So next we have the Heavy Duty Tanner tea. This one retails for $120 on Amazon, so it's $30 more than the Tanner Original. Right off the bat, you can tell it's a lot heavier, lot sturdier. What I forgot to mention about the Tanner Original is a lot of people, when this is attached to the base, they recommend putting a 10-pound weight, little plate weight from the gym or something, around it, and it goes over the base. That way it kind of makes it more weighted and heavy duty, and it's less likely to topple over if you hit it So, you know, you can probably find a 10-pound weight for less than 30 bucks, and that would make them very comparable. So that's 90 for the original and 120 for the more heavy duty Tanner one. So this one, so the Tanner original was 5.8. This one is 13.4. So quite a bit heavier. The minimum is 25 and a half. And the maximum is 43 and a half. So pretty much the same dimensions. The Tanner original was 25. This is 25 and a half and 43 and 43 and a half. So very similar, same kind of design. This, the T screws into the base. So again, it makes it very easy to travel with. You have the base and you have the T. So it's really simple. Right off the bat, you can tell that this heavy duty Tanner T is a lot more weighted than this one. So this one seems more sturdy. So it's a little bit of both. And then the base is a lot bigger. So the weight comes from a little bit of both. The base is heavier and the actual telescoping T is heavier. And it's very simple. It just goes right here and goes together. So like I said, some people would just slide a 10-pound weight over here and it would just sit on the base. And that would kind of like make up for the weight of the weight difference of these. And you know, this is $90 and this is $120. Here we go. Perfect. There you go. The middle of the ball. There you go. Okay, last one. There you go. Okay, the last one that came highly recommended was the GT. This one is also $120, so it's the same price as the Tanner Heavy Duty. And we'll go over this one. So this one weighs 5.8, just like the Tanner original. So same weight as the Tanner original. Little bit different design. Instead of what they do screw into the base, it just has this kind of pin. So it's just a pin with a clasp, and this just pulls off. So you have this, then you have this. You can carry it. All three of them come apart really easy and easy to throw in a bag, a duffel bag, a bat bag, whatever. So this just slides over this like that. Then you just put the pin through and attach it. And then it's ready to go. This one actually, the base has kind of like a stub here, and that's actually for the 10-pound weight. So that already comes in design. They know people are going to do that. You can put the 10-pound weight right on this stub, where the Tanner T, you just slide it over here. It's the same concept, just to add a little weight so it doesn't topple over as much. As far as the height, we got the minimum is 27 and a half. So it's a little bit higher on the minimum. Those were 25 and a half. This is 27 and a half. And then this one goes actually a lot higher than the tanners. So we got 53 and a quarter. So that's a big difference. It goes a lot higher. 53 compared to 43 and a half. So another 10 inches higher. So really a lot higher. Same exact idea, 2 telescoping stems, kind of go into each other. Once you have it up, all 3 of them lock into place. And from my experience so far, are pretty stable once you get them to the height you want. So that's the 3 T's, and then I'll give you my final review. What do we say?
Last one the best one.
Make the last one the best one. There you go. Nice work, buddy. Alright, so what's the verdict? Here's the 3 T's, the most highly reviewed, highly recommended tees. You know, they're not cheap, obviously. They're $90 for the original, $120 for the GT, $120 for the heavy duty. For me, I would pick the heavy duty out of everything. Just seems solid, well built. You don't have to worry about a 10-pound plate on it or anything like that. So that's what I would pick. That's what I am gonna stick with. If you want to save a little bit of money, you want to save $30, the Tanner Original will work just fine for anyone, with or without the 10-pound plate, unless you have someone who's learning that hits the tee a lot. Even without the 10-pound plate, it doesn't topple over that much. And you can probably find a 10-pound plate pretty cheap somewhere, and it does a great job. The reason why I didn't pick the GT is for 2 reasons. One, the telescoping. I don't know if you saw in the review, but the telescoping tee is just not as smooth as the Tanner. It's more sticky, it's more rough, it's just not as smooth. The Tanner tee is just really, just really easy to move up and down. And the second reason is the topper. The GT topper is actually more stiff and it's a harder plastic. So if you do hit the tee, you do feel it in the ball and you will feel it in your bat. So it's just a little stiffer, where if you look at the Tanner topper, it's just really more flexible. It's a softer plastic, and it just gives you a better, when you hit the ball, gives you a fresher, cleaner hit. So this is softer, and the telescoping arm is smoother. So like I said, I would go with one of the 2 Tanners. Personally, I'm gonna go with the heavy duty one. If you want to save $30, the original will be just fine. You can use it with or without a 10-pound plate. The only reason you'd want the GT is if you're really trying to work on that high pitch and you want the extra 10 inches. This goes 53 inches high, and the Tanners go, about 42. So if you really want that high pitch, which I don't even use the Tanners at the highest setting, and I'm 6'3", so, but if that's something you're looking for, that's the only plus that the GT has, is that it goes higher. For me, the Tanner tee wins in every category. It's more stable, it's heavier, it's easier to operate, and the topper is a lot softer. It gives you a cleaner hit on the ball. So that would be my choice. I would recommend this. Personally, I feel like to not have to deal with the plate and all that stuff, and one less thing to, you know, travel with or take to the park or to tournaments or something, I would just spend the extra $30 and get the heavy duty. So for my review, the Tanner heavy duty takes the prize, and that's the one I'd recommend. If you liked my review of the tees, give it a like. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up in the comments. I'll get back to you. Hopefully this was helpful. Like I said before, I was searching for a durable tee. That's something my son and I can use together. He's gonna start playing baseball, so he needs something lower. He's 3 years old, obviously, and I play tournament softball, so I needed something that's a little bit higher. And like I said, all three of these tees kind of did the job, just what you're looking for. And once again, the Tanner heavy duty one is my choice.